All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to LiveStream Under the Moonshine. This is LiveStream Under the Moonshine number 295. And let me get it up here. This is the letter. Now, if you remember, like two and a half months ago, something like that, we were playing the letter. We played the first two parts. The first part, I think, was over 2 hours. The second part was an hour. And I think I decided uh, to just do the like every day, do one day in the game, as long as it takes like at least 45 minutes or so to play. And that's kind of what we're going to do here. Now, if we remember, we were playing a character named Isabella, and she was a realtor, and she came across a letter in a mansion she was trying to do a walkthrough of a mansion for, and it was a bloodstained letter that said "help me" and stuff like that. And she's come across a couple of like really ghoulish, really freaky, like ghosts, I guess. And it's pretty horrifying when they happen. But she has another really good friend that's another realtor. She has a good friend named Zach, who's a music creator. And I know Zach set her up with a meeting to meet the priest to hopefully try to cure her of this. They probably believe she's a little bit, demons are possessing her or something. I don't know what they think. But it's been a while, guys. We're going to get back into the letter right now and get back to seeing what happens and see what happens with this meeting with a priest that Zach set up for our main character, Isabella. So the thing I like about this game, guys, is it does have voice acting in it. I have to read the narration, but the voice acting is all done by actual voice actors of the game. And this is a $20 title on Steam. Has like, I think 88% positive reviews or whatever. I've noticed that a lot of people have played this game like anywhere from 50 to 100 plus hours because they say there's so many different endings. You have to play it multiple times to maybe get the ending that you hope for or whatever. So we'll see how it goes, guys. This will be part 3, like I said. And let's go ahead and get back into it by continuing right now. Welcome into the video and the stream. As I am streaming this on Twitch, the video will be uploaded over to my YouTube channel afterwards. So if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome back, and hopefully you're enjoying it. All right. However, this is home to me. I know we had fallen asleep, so maybe... Yeah, right here is where we were. This is where we left off. So she's in her kind of her messy little home or apartment or whatever. Morning dawns bright and clear the following day. Although the air feels muggy and I miss the chilly autumn weather, it's one of those rare weekends when I'm up even before my alarm rings. If it wasn't for Zach's call last night, I'd probably sleep in. How you doing? Welcome in, Curveball. Alright, so Sunday morning, October 23rd. When 9 o'clock a.m. rolls around, I'm already on my way to the Ermengarde mansion. To think that I'd have to go back again, I'd be lying if I say I'm excited. So she's not very excited to go here. I don't have to anymore. Rose happily gave me the paperwork duty when I volunteered. We're on the last phase of the sale as well. Well, almost. Papers to sign, documents to finalize, and various other legalities to settle with the current owner, and all that still. Never mind that it's the new owners that want everything done within a week, when the process typically takes more than that. If they want it done, we'll get it done. I really, really don't understand rich people. Boy, I gotta say, I don't understand rich people either, I'm just saying. But money can do wonders. I won't be surprised if they'll be able to push the process just a little more, like what they did to secure the house. The point is, I'm under no obligation to return to the house anymore. And what we're talking about is the mansion where in the first episode she had some really freaky accidents happen, and that's where she found the letter. And somebody ended up buying the house, so thankfully she doesn't have to go back to that mansion anymore. Running is an option, of course. I can now move on to another property and just forget everything. However, at the end of the day, it's always my self-conscious that wins. What if something happens to those who have seen the letter? Ash, Zach, Becca, Miss Kahlo, and the Wrights. The guilt will follow me all the way to my grave. The mansion looms as we approach. Whispers welcoming me back. Shadows calling. I hope that this is really the last time. Okay, Sunday morning. Here we are with Zach, I guess the priest. They are engaged in a quiet conversation when I meet them at the mansion front gardens. But even with familiar company, it's impossible to feel at ease here. Yeah, because this is a mansion that was haunted, basically. No matter who I'm with, the feeling of being watched is still there. Like the very place itself is aware of its own trespassers. Zach, on the other hand, doesn't even seem to notice. Or maybe he simply doesn't care. Or he's just used to it by now. I can just never tell with him. Sometimes, he's almost as hard to reach as Ash. Almost. Well, at least Zach doesn't ask for as much patience as dealing with as Ash does. And that says plenty about him. Miracle of miracles how the two have ended up to be the best of friends. He waves at me as I approach, and true to his promise, Zach has also brought his friend with him. Father Norman. Somehow, I expected him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken. Though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing, the occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed here, guys, while we hear the voice acting, that's pretty well done. And so far the story's been pretty good. I like how the clouds are actually moving slow across the sky. We see birds flying in the background. We hear the wind, stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone.
Here we go into religion.
But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
Right?
No, it was enlightening, Father. Thank you.
Just remember that a God who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt. Well then, shall we? Regardless of what it is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
You wouldn't... I wonder why they're not letting the new owners know what's going on. Or that the house is going to be blessed, or not blessed, but whatever he's going to do. He lets Zach and I walk ahead. A relief. This way he won't see how tightly I'm clutching the straps of my bag. Father Norman's probably trying to just put me at ease. But the worry, the cold, restless, foreboding feeling has firmly lodged itself in my stomach, making its presence known with every step we take towards this house.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I probably don't look okay. Zach lightly nudges my side, careful, mindful of his motions, to avoid startling me, no doubt. This place gives me the creeps. I guess I'll just be honest. I mean, I did see some horrifying shit here in the first episode. It's hard to lie when Zach gives you that look. It's just there. The kind that implores a silent appeal. I'm not sure if he's even doing it consciously. Another breeze blows, and I try not to shiver. I try not to listen to the voices that may or may not be there.
Ugh, this place really gives me the creeps.
It doesn't seem more than an ordinary house to me, though.
Yeah, you haven't seen what she's seen, though, bruh.
Damn, I should have brought my camera with me. I saw a few areas that'd be good for a shoot. Think the new owners will allow it?
Shh. What if you catch something? Or someone in one of the pictures?
Yikes, look at her. Look at her face. She definitely looks scared.
It just means they want to be seen, doesn't it?
Don't ask for it.
Mm-mm.
It's not like we can stop them if they do.
You're really not helping, Zach.
Yeah, right?
All right. Sorry. Don't worry. I don't think whatever's inside this house will do anything. I'm here, yeah? I'll take care of them. Or I think I can.
You're gonna take care of demons and ghosts, huh?
You're not that scary, but thanks. I'll be sure to run behind you if I see one.
Mm-mm. Ridiculous talk. Though the temporary reprieve it lends is more than welcome. He offers me a smile in return, the least he could do. And with a slight motion of his head, he gestures for us to move ahead, while my own fears are left forgotten for the time being. The things inside my bag clatter softly against each other while I rummage for the key to the mansion. I should have heard the telltale jiggle by now, but I didn't put it in my bag last night. Seconds later, I'm sitting on my heels, and one after another, I'm taking out everything from every pocket and every slip. It'll be a pain in the to put everything back in later, but I'm sure it's just under these. Nothing. Oh man, of all the times to forget.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
Uh-oh. No use coming up with excuses now, and right after we've both taken the time to go this far away from the city. And with a heavy sigh, I grab the door handle to pull myself up, a string of apologies ready at the tip of my tongue.
Careful, Bella!
Uh-oh.
We've spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you're not yet the owners, but...
What is this? There's a brief moment of confusion. And then, I'm falling. The momentum of the door swinging open pulls me back first into the mansion's foyer, before I can make sense of what is even happening. Oh boy.
Ow, my back.
So she fell on her back inside the mansion because someone opened the door.
What the... Isabella?
Okay. No time to nurse my bruised back or make up excuses now, because the next thing I know is Zach's gently pulling me upright by my arm. Rose looks down at me with a mixture of apprehension and something I couldn't quite place. I'd say it's relief, but... Ah, sheesh. Good going, Isabella, right after you volunteered to work on the papers. So this is our good friend Rose, who's also a realtor. And standing beside her?
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright!
Yep, this is the new owners.
Oh, Isabel. We always meet in the most interesting circumstances.
A complete understatement, darling.
Wow.
What are they doing in my house?
Abruptly, he waves his hand at Zach and Father Norman like their presence is a slight against his own.
I thought you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Uh-oh. Like a deer caught in the headlights. Oh no. Unfair, Rose. That's putting me on the spot. What are you doing? And it leaves me no other choice but to answer her.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all day.
He doesn't look very happy.
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
Yeah, right. I am so sorry, Mama. You said I'll go to hell if I lie. I likely will after all this. But there's just no other way. Well, it isn't entirely a lie. I am here to make sure no one disturbs them after they move in. It just so happens that what I'm checking for and trying to drive away is of the paranormal variety.
Oh? The house appears impeccably fine to me.
Mr. Wright shifts his eyes around in a careful manner, as if he's looking for faults in every crevice of the house. The grin on his face, though, when he returns his attention to me is similar to what my Kaya Jordan had often given me when he was up to something. Usually a scare prank that inevitably ended in me crying. Wow. I never did forget the way my brother sneered at me then. A part of me thinks that perhaps if I hadn't been the object of his mischief in childhood, I would have grown a little braver.
Come on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice. I'm a very patient man. Now, why are you really here?
Oh boy. Right now, in the face of an almost identical expression, perhaps even crueler than what I'm used to, the lie I told falls apart.
The truth is I was just thinking we could have the house blessed
Oh boy.
before move-in day.
Yeah, this is gonna go over like a fucking bowl in church, I think. Oh boy. Or what do they say, a bowl in a china shop or whatever?
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
Because it's haunted with paranormal fucking beings?
For luck and protection?
Huh. I shrink under the scrutinizing gaze, and for a second, I think he'll start shouting at me here. And he laughs. Not the mocking, jeery kind of laugh, but one wondering if he's hearing things right. I'd say he was amused, but I honestly couldn't understand what was so funny with what I just said. And it's probably disbelief. Was it really that weird? Wasn't it a custom here? I wish Becca was here to explain stuff like this.
That's rich coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
Oh no.
It's a small custom back home. I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion since this place has been empty for years.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before this.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Boy, she's pretty good at,
Here, I thought you didn't want to go back.
right?
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then go ahead.
So the new owner, Hannah, is up for it.
No need to be so hard on her, Rosie.
I like the expressions these characters have. I like the music in the background too.
I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course.
Trying to get himself not in trouble or hot water with the priest.
That does not explain the nigger, though.
Whoa! Whoa! Why is he calling Zach racist slurs? This is fucked up. Whoa, 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 whoa! Not cool, my dude. So this guy's racist from hell. Not cool. All of a sudden, there was an awkward silence that even Rose, of all people, seems reluctant to break. Yeah, that would be awkward. Wow. Although, a desire to do so is evident in the way her eyes nervously shifts to Mr. Wright. Meanwhile, Zach's grip on my arm suddenly tightens. Yeah, I don't think he liked that either. He doesn't say anything further, but there's a conflicted look on him when I glance up at him. Yeah, that was messed up. That's the face he makes when he desperately wants to give someone a piece of his mind, but he chooses not to do so. He's taken the high road, and that's probably a good thing. Mostly to avoid confrontation or fanning the flames to an argument. Yeah, I mean, is it really going to do any good for him to speak his emotions or mind to this guy? It's probably not going to make this guy not racist. It's just going to escalate. He has always been like this, even among his own friends. He chooses to take the placating stance despite holding opinions of his own. Not that I won't say anything. I know Mr. Wright's client, but You can't just say that in front of other people, in front of Zach, no less. Yeah, this guy deserves to be punched right in the nose, if you ask me. If Ashton were here, I know that he wouldn't stand for it. Yeah, because Ashton is Zach's best friend. And neither do I stand up for it. Or stand for it. There was a reason why bullies back home never touched my younger brother again after I gave them a taste of their own damn medicine. He might be inches taller than me, but I'm pretty sure I can still land a hit or two. Like I said, this guy deserves to be punched. Hit him right in the mouth. Maybe. If only I'm not going to get in trouble with the BRC for it. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be smart. But before any punch could be thrown, Ma'am Hannah cuts in.
Lucille Mitchell-Wright.
Wow. In a voice too firm, demanding his complete silence.
What?
He just embarrassed her. Yeah, he embarrassed the hell out of her. Instead of answering, she merely crosses her arms and shoots her husband a sharp, disapproving glare. That seems to have done the trick. I don't think he's going to be getting along well with his own wife. He may have to sleep in another bed for a night or two, or even a week or two. He immediately shuts his mouth, but not before muttering a few inaudible words under his breath. At this, Ma'am Hannah could only sigh and just shake her head.
Oh, give it a rest, love. Do you have a better idea? Who knows? Positive energy might even give us what we've been waiting for. Or some peace. Let them do their job.
Yeah. Just let them do their job. It's for your own good. Just saying.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Oh boy.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch? I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take you with us, but...
He's got stuff to do.
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's 2 of us working on this.
Rose looks like she's about to murder someone. Probably me. Oh yeah, she's not happy. At least she won't have to stay in a haunted property. She's getting the better end of this deal, if anyone's going to ask me.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the next time the 3 of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal,
Of course, ma'am.
Hope so.
Please look forward to it.
Rose hurriedly hands me the keys to the house before leaving, mouthing reminders to secure the place and harmless threats for throwing her under the bus here. I return it with a reassuring smile of my own, even if she's the one who often forgets. Eesh. And just like that, gone. Just as quickly as they appeared, fleeting from the one scene to the next, and leaving me wondering if this is simply what's typical for the rich and the famous. If so, I'd rather stay with my rundown apartment in our little shack back home. Or our little shack back home. There's still joy in the smallest things after all. Alright, Sunday afternoon now. We got an achievement. May this house be blessed. With a house this big, it's not surprising when the ceremony takes a few hours to finish. The sun's already high by the time we've gone through the last room. I can never say I'm a devout follower of my own faith, even with Mama and Papa's teachings. But hearing every word Father Norman uttered as we went around the house has put me at ease. And all of a sudden the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there is an end to this. Well, let's hope so. Or perhaps this is the end. Sunday afternoon. Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. He has business in the village nearby, he says. A minute gesture to reach out to the members of their parish every once in a while. It reminds me of a distant memory, of helping hands and a few kind smiles that helped my family pull through when times were tough. But before he leaves...
Isabella, a word before I go? Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life.
Okay.
Besides, you have people to bear it with.
I bite back the harsh retorts before they come out, masking it with a smile as we wave the good priest off. His words, though meant to comfort me, have only left a bitter taste in my mouth. And if they don't believe you, what am I to do? A hand lands briefly on my shoulders, taking me out of my thoughts before they take a sullen turn. But my smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, I think it would probably be a good thing for her to hang out and have some fun.
It wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries. And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Let me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent. Let's just go, Zach.
A smile, a real one this time, devoid of any unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us the past few days, I don't want to think harshly of them. Alright. Zach had me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving prior to going off somewhere. He hasn't returned since, and it's been a good 20 minutes of being left alone entirely to my own thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier and more languid vibe than usual. Where children are usually seen running around playing, there are now people lying, leaning back on their picnic blankets and simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from nearby carts, and the wind blows in the right direction, and if the wind blows in the right direction, one would catch the whiff of freshly trimmed grass. I'd gladly sleep on this bench if it wasn't for waiting for anyone. Soon enough, I see his bulking figure running towards me, carrying a medium-sized box in one hand and casually waving the other hand at me. He's panting when he reaches the bench. Sweat drips profusely from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really long.
He is panting pretty good.
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
Wait for what? Wait for what? I already know what's in the blue box before he opens it. Aha! Cinnamon rolls. Look at that. Look at her face. That's so funny. Look at the light. Cinnamon rolls. All 6 of them topped with a white cream cheese glaze. Ooh, cream cheese glaze. Yum yum. The very same one I bought after I sold my first property. After I met Zach, Ash, and Becca. Funny how such a small thing could trigger a distant memory, no matter how mundane it is. I don't say no to free food, but why is he getting me these right now?
What for?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm wondering. He leans on the empty space beside me, wiping the sweat off his forehead before answering.
An apology. And his thanks for yesterday and the other day.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zach.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
Are you just saying that, or...
Do you actually care?
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass. He should have been named Ashhole instead.
I remember that. I remember she called him Ashhole, yeah. Because he teases her a lot.
He went a little overboard, yeah. I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop. Besides, I can handle him.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back. Are you still upset?
All right. There are times when I wish Zach had been my big brother, or Becca, my older sister. Maybe life would have been a little easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't have been as sick as he is. Maybe he wouldn't be as sick as he is. Maybe. Maybe I wouldn't be alone here. But then again, if he is, if they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met Ash as well. Life back home is tough, but for all that I wouldn't change it for one selfish wish. In this city of 68,000 people, I have people I could depend on. 3 of them, in fact. And when you think about it, when you compare the numbers to the odds of finding someone like them amidst the sea of nameless people, I'm lucky.
Thanks a lot for today, Zach. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Nice.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
I'm sure you like it deep down.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
It's always been food with you, ain't it?
Well, I mean, you did just buy her cinnamon rolls, I'm just saying.
Don't put it like that! You're making me sound like a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
Only that?
All of it.
I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your, size.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better? Does it still scare you?
A little. I'll be okay. It's not as bad as the other day, and Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young ones.
The young ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell. I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss, so the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time, the laughter that comes from both of us is genuine. Back to the usual. Things may have not been the easiest lately, but it certainly isn't the worst that has ever happened. We do end up sharing the cinnamon buns between us, despite Zach's insistence that it's all only for me. But more than the food, there is relief and contentment.
If you need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much. I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
No way. I can take him on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up. My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
I don't think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Nice. He leaves me with a smile and a wave. Off to my new gig again. Off to some new gig again. As for me, we still need to talk, Becca, Ash, and I. But petty arguments aside, like the adults we all are. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it might be. I just hope I can keep them safe. A light wind blows again, sending dried leaves swirling and the distinct smell of earth into the air. And for the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a walk is good. I need to visit the grocery store as well. Come to think of it, wasn't there an art store that opened recently near the park? Cool. Well, that's a refreshing moment, especially for Isabella. Alright, we're still in the afternoon on Sunday. The cat's name is Barathel. Probably Baruthiel. Baruthiel, maybe? Cat's name is Baruthiel. I'm going to call it Baruthiel, even if I pronounce it wrong. Or at least that's what the caller says. Baruthiel. What cat? Did I miss something? It's an odd name to give a cat, in my opinion. But it speaks grace, much like the one that carries it. It shows in the way that he swishes his tail and his eyes follow my hand's every movement. So I guess a cat came up to her in the park, okay. I'm not sure what he finds fascinating in me. To be honest, it wasn't the very picture of grace when he found me after all. It was a bad idea, carrying 2 heavy bags of newly bought art materials and groceries without help, or a sure ride home. In hindsight, perhaps I shouldn't have bought all of these at the same time. I didn't even make it past the park. And now I'm suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on a park bench and drenched in sweat, in the company of a cat that's curiously watching my every movement. That's kind of cool that this cat is taking such an interest in her, but it's almost like making me wonder if, like, this cat, or if, like, one of those demons or spirits hasn't possessed the cat and watching her. So, I mean, just from the way the first 2 parts went, I'm starting to wonder if this cat, there might be more to this cat than just a cat. I'm just saying. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat. Yeah, see, a black cat. But back at home, they're considered little omens.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that I ever acted graceful in my life, of course. Growing up with rowdy younger brothers and a sister does that to you. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use moping. Short breather, and now I'm off to home. Besides, it isn't like the company is bad, even if it is just a cat, as long as it doesn't bite or cross my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
Like the cat's gonna talk to you. He has one, doesn't he? An owner? That's what the collar is for, isn't it? A bandage is wrapped on one of its paws, though. I wonder what happened to its paw. Did he run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets.
Ah.
I tried to bring one home before. A cat. Not black, of course. And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
I take a small packet of sweets from one of the bags beside me and pop it open. And as I'm about to pour one into my mouth, he meows. Aww. And my hand stops.
Do you want one?
Of course you're going to give him one. Sweets. That's what a cat needs, right? He doesn't meow again as I'm expecting him to. But I take his unblinking gaze as a yes. I shift the piece into my palm and I hold it out to him warily. He sniffs at it once, twice, before...
Baruthia!
Oh, okay, the owner called that. Baruthiel. I did say it right, I think. Aha. Alright, well, that's pretty art. That's a pretty lady. Like a good, properly trained pet, Baruthiel responds as soon as he's called. Recognition comes as soon as my head snaps in the direction of the voice. Oh yeah? She recognizes her, huh? Who is this? Miss McCullough's. Hard to miss. With her height. So it's been a couple months since I've read this. I don't remember Miss McCullough, but... Okay.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you?
That kind of looks familiar. That lady kind of looks familiar. I'm sorry, did my cat hurt you?
Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
No.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCullough.
I don't remember who she was. It doesn't come to me right now, Miss McCullough. Somebody she saw in one of the first 2 episodes.
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Baruthiel's not exactly fond of other people.
Even ran away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My brew feels a she.
Beruthiel's a she, okay. A she? All this time I thought... The pause in conversation, if this can be called one, is now uncomfortable. We're merely two people working different jobs for the same client. Oh, okay, so they're different realtors working for the same... Okay. Frankly, meetings like this don't happen a lot, and if it does, a simple nodding of heads is enough. Okay, still trying to be friendly wouldn't hurt, right? Did I talk about our cat or talk about our job? Let's talk about our cat. I keep my tone cordial and warm.
I'm actually surprised you have a cat, Miss McCullough.
And why exactly is that? There are a lot of people who have pets.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like this is... It doesn't sound like she's too... willing to be friendly.
Yeah, but not a black one. I'm amazed you're taking care of one.
I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Is there a problem with my cat?
Damn, she's being kind of a bitch.
No, not at all. She's very sweet. Just in other cultures, aren't they a sign of bad luck?
Oh no! I don't know how she's gonna take that. She's already being kind of bitchy. She might take this really bad. Aren't they a sign of bad luck because it's a black cat? Yeah, I think this McCullough is gonna take that really bad. Back at home it is. My grandmother used to tell me stories about it, and...
Nothing has happened to me so far.
Displeasure is evident on her face. Yeah, I think she kind of... her words slipped. And of course, I've forgotten that for other people, black cats are an omen of good luck. There you go again, running your mouth off, Isabella. Yeah, exactly. I mean, she's trying to be sweet. She had a sweet voice, though, Isabella did, when she talked to her. I mean, the bitchy voice is coming from Miss McCullough here, I think. I racked my brain for a way to remedy the situation, but she holds out a hand.
This is a good place to stop and end this conversation, don't you think so?
Hey, you're sorry, baby.
It is good to see you again, Santos.
Well, a complete dismissal if I've ever heard one. Yep. That didn't go very well. I watch her as she leaves, though she stops shortly before crossing the threshold separating the park and the street. She faces me again, looking like there's something she has forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion, with my clients, it's the rights, I mean?
Uh-huh. So she's the new client for the rights that have bought that mansion.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
Not yet, I don't think.
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion.
Oh boy.
The,
Yeah, this isn't gonna go over well either. Yeah, I fear where this is gonna go. The letter, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Yeah, because the bloody letter that she found says help on it all over the place. Help, help, help in blood. Someone. Yeah, someone help. I want to tell Miss McCullough that the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They're real. Yeah, I don't think Miss McCullough is going to trust her or, trust her with that, or it'd be hard to believe anyway, even if it was a friend you really knew well and trusted. But this gal doesn't know her that well, and she feels like she insulted her cat, and yeah, I don't think this is the right time to say anything about the letter. Yeah, exactly. She's not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
Good choice there, Isabella. Hasten to pick all the bags I left on the bench and run as far as my legs can take me. You're running with all those bags? Damn. Why not just walk away and walk home? Don't need to run. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hands weighs far lighter than the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me now. Home. I just want to go home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of that house. Or of her. Or of my own cowardice. So now it's Sunday evening, and the food tastes less appetizing tonight. That's a pity. One would think that someone who has been on a conscious binge of instant noodles would find a home-cooked meal very enjoyable. But it just isn't. Hunger isn't what is gnawing at me tonight, and neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly in the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. It's hard when the things that you're trying to forget keep returning to the forefront of your mind. And it distracts you, eats at you, devours you. I wish this would just stop. I wish I wasn't the one who picked it up. The note, the letter, yeah. I wish it was somebody else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home.
Oh boy. Found dead in her home yesterday evening. Wow.
Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Huh?
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper.
Oh my god!
Working as a real estate agent.
No! That's her best friend! What? Homicide? Victim? Rose Pamela Cooper? Working as a real estate agent on the news, found dead in her home. That was... Oh my god, that's a fucking shocker. Oh, my mouth is agape right now. Holy shit. Rose?
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her 2-bedroom flat with
Oh,
the words
no.
"Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
Oh no! Oh no, whoever wrote this note went after her best friend, her fellow real estate agent. Oh my god, woman brutally killed. Yikes, this is horrifying. No! No! This isn't what I want. This isn't supposed to happen. I hope she's dreaming, because that would suck to lose your best friend of however long. None of this is supposed to happen. No one is supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Just legends. This is Rose they're talking about, woman. You need to snap into reality here, Isabella. That's what everyone has kept telling me, so why? And immediately I rushed to my study table in search of my phone. My hand, cold from dread, clings tightly to it as soon as I touch its edges. Yeah, this is taking a big twist. I was not expecting that. The story, the writing did a good job there. A piece of folded paper, the letter, lying unassumingly beside it, slips to the floor when I pick up the device. But I pay it no mind. There are more important things. Right now, I need to call her. She's freaking dead, man. I need to call her. I was just with her not too long ago and she was okay. No. It isn't Rose, I'm sure of it. It's gotta be somebody else. I just talked to her and a sob escapes me, and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighed down by the very same guilt I refuse to admit I've been carrying from the start. The same one I've been hiding from. The same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's number on my contacts list. Oh God, this is gonna be the demon answering or something, isn't it? She'll answer, right? That's what she always does. I don't hear an answer. She'll pick up, tell me to turn down the waterworks, and call me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Oh man, this sucks. Again and again, I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose. Don't do this to me. Please pick up. I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
Man, this sucks. She's not answering, Isabella.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anslem Butcher case.
Anslem Butcher case, huh? The TV runs loudly in the background, a deafening static sound from my phone's speakers. But in my ears, I can only hear the screams, her pleas, her whispers. Help me. We are not safe. Wow! This is Monday morning, guys. What a turn of events this game just took. Buzzing sensation jolts me awake, but guys, as much as I want to continue because of what just happened, this visual novel just got way better in my opinion. You know, it was kind of getting a little stagnant and everything like that, but there with her best friend Rose, the fellow realtor that we've known since episode 1, yeah, her being found dead in her apartment, that's dramatic. And I am definitely a lot more invested in this than I was. I mean, I just took a 2.5-month break since I read episode 2, and I don't think it's going to be that long before we read episode number 4 and LiveStream Under the Moonshine number 296. So that'll be the next one here, guys, coming up probably real soon. So watch for it on both my Twitch channel live and my YouTube channel on an uploaded video. Guys, I want to go ahead and thank you for watching. Hopefully you're watching this and enjoying it. Wherever it is, on Twitch, on YouTube, right here. Be sure and comment down below if you guys are more invested in this visual novel now. And if you played this visual novel, let me know down in the comments as well. But don't give me any spoilers, please. Definitely don't give me any spoilers. I definitely want to enjoy the fun of playing it myself and everything like that without hearing or reading any spoilers. So thanks, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure you comment down below and rate my video, guys. If you liked it, I would appreciate that. This has been Zaxter99 with LiveStream Under the Moonshine for 295, Part 3 of The Letter. And we'll be back real soon with LiveStream Under the Moonshine number 296, Part 4 of The Letter, to see what happens with Isabella here. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one wherever you are and whatever time it is in your part of the world. Peace, everybody.